provide a copy of their textbook for the Textbook on Reserve program. For more information on the library-initiated Textbook on Reserve program, please call 440-525-7424.
Resume Workshop. Learn how to stand out for the crowd and get the interview. Monday, October 19th, 5 to 7 p.m. Seating is limited. Registration is required. Register at careers.lakelandcc.edu.
Call or text into 440-940-6615 to request songs.
Ride Lake Tran free with your student ID. For more information, visit www.laketran.com or call 1-888-LAKE-TRAN.
Textbooks on reserve at Lakeland Library. Select textbooks are now available for students to check out and use in the library. Donations of current textbooks to the Textbook on Reserve. Programs are encouraged from instructors and students. If your textbook is not currently available in the library, please contact your instructor to provide a copy of their textbook for the Textbook on Reserve program. For more information on the library-initiated Textbook on Reserve program, please call 440-525-7424.
Lake Effect Radio!
Keep on rocking around the clock tower.
I gotta grind, won't stop. Hustle, won't quit. Shine like no other. I be on some more shit. I got a high price lifestyle, super bad beat. If I want it, bet I got it. If I don't bet, all I gotta do is go. Get, stay about my business. Ball till I fall. Floss until I finish. I just go. Get, stay about my business. I live in Jenny, stacking millions to the ceiling. Every day above ground, all I wanna do is ball. Put my money over, bitch, put my hustle overall. Louis down to the draw. Louis Vuitton kicks, got a mad hat, a swagger, they stupid dumb shit. With a group of young bitches and they stupid dumb dick. I'm the marathon man, all I do is run shit. A sophisticated convict, superficial, still official, multi-million-dollar shit. Money is the object, hot as shit. I got a sauna on my arm, sick. It was good, no diamond, rich and million, run. They just talk about they got it, I'm the upper echelon, no. Big much about that action, you could go on with the combo. I done more than you dream back, get your dream, this shit go dream house. On lean, passing them beans out, with a bag crew, the whole team high. Gone boy, get seen back. Bro, you know me, you know I be. Stacking that dough, that's all I see. I-G-O-G-E-T-I-D. Grind won't stop, hustle won't quit. Shine like no other, I be on some other shit. I got a high price lifestyle, super bad. Okay, if I want it, bet I got it. If I don't bet, all I gotta do is go. Stay about my business. Ball till I fall. Floss until I finish. I just go. Stay about my business. I live in Jetty, killing, stacking millions to the ceiling. I just go. Real life, but late night, get shit fade when I take flight. I get paid, no sick days. My outfits on switchblade. Don't sniff yay, but I blow drone. Bankroll on loco. Still ride with that fofo, but don't let my P.O. know. Bad white, if too thick, I'm iced tea, she cocoa. She got another push, if face so. No paper trail, no phone call, no emails, no photos. Jet back shot with that fat button, low blow head butts in slow mo. Hey, purple label, polo and a cool, that's all I do. Man, I strive to roll my denim in them new Margiela shoe. Man, we be cool and we jet parlay. On Margarita, Molly, and the strongest pack around. Bumpin' shot they out and now we menage for a hobby. We kick it how we kick it. Know you envy how I'm living. Chick can't resist it. Pimpin', get the million by my business. Bro, you know me, you know I be. Stacking that dough, that's all I see. I-G-O-G-E-T-I-D. Grind won't stop. Hustle won't quit. Shine like no other. I be on some other shit. I got a high price lifestyle, super bad. Okay, if I want it, bet I got it. If I don't bet, all I gotta do is go. Stay about my business. Ball till I fall. Floss until I finish. I just go. Stay about my business. I live in Jetty, killing, stacking millions to the ceiling. I just go. Now just go. Now just go. Now just go. 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 Get it.
Hello, everybody.
Heidi, hi.
Howdy. We're here today. This is weird. We haven't been in here for a couple weeks. But we're back. And we have a guest. Yay.
Hello.
Yay. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Mike Sandy. I'm a musician from Cleveland.
All right. And Mike will be in with us today till about 3. And we've got some good music queued up. And he's going to play some stuff live. So it's going to be a good first show back for us.
Wicked.
Yes.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for being
coming
here. So, we could start by asking you some questions, let everyone get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
You said you're from Cleveland?
Yep.
All right, cool. How long have you been playing guitar and writing songs?
About 17, 18 years, somewhere right around there.
It's a great number.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. And I noticed you're watching your tattoos because I am. Are you a fan of anime?
Absolutely.
I see some Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I got Gohan
and
Cloud. And Cloud. Yeah, Gohan's in his Super Saiyan 2. Cloud from Final Fantasy 7. Getting my Bleach piece up here soon. And
nice.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
I actually just introduced my fiance to Bleach not that long ago, and she just got hooked right now. So it's really good.
I show my girlfriend Dragon Ball Z. She's hooked.
Yeah. It's really slow. It moves so slow, but
it's worth it.
Right.
Are you sure there's enough Bleach in Dragon Ball Z for them to,
Yeah.
Go forever? Yeah, I think so.
Well, there's enough.
I know.
We watched it when we were, kids.
And they're still making new ones.
They're catching up.
Yeah.
I used to work at the library, and I would shelve the manga, the comics, and there's just
I love that shelf.
Does this ever end? Guys, there's no more shelf space.
I go to Barnes & Noble just to go to that section. Just to go to that section.
Could be the whole
so
store.
Bad. No, I don't care about the rest. I don't care.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I know you don't. I'm just
They
saying.
could make a manga
Does your
store,
school
actually.
bookstore sell manga? Because you should spend all your textbook money on that.
I don't think the school...
They don't.
But the library... It's in the library.
The only place you can get manga in this entire school is the anime club.
Yeah.
And that's a few doors down in the hall, S hall. But aside
I
from
thought
that...
they had it up in the library. They don't?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. They got magazines.
Nope.
This dude has done some searching.
He has.
Yeah. I tried, and that's why I joined the anime club. I was like, dude, I can't find any manga to read at all. And then they were like, oh, we have manga and other anime stuff. I was like, you guys.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys. Now, wait, is he holding Thor's hammer?
No, that's the Buster Sword.
That's the Buster Sword? Oh, it does. It's got the wraps on it.
Yep.
That was... Okay, that's pause. That's pause. Alright, now that's posted. So, for the listeners out there, what type of music do you make?
I know that you guys have hosted Michael McFarlane before. He's an alt pop guy.
Yeah.
I'm the edgier version of him. Mine's more alt rock. It's all acoustic stuff.
Okay.
Even the recording stuff, it's an acoustic bass, and then everything on top of it, I either bring other people in and record the extra parts for, or I do it myself. Just depends on, which song I need it.
Nice. Okay. That's boss. Yeah. I like edgy. Edgy makes me feel
it is. And sometimes
ready to go.
The songs are kind of sad, but that's okay, because sometimes you need some sad songs.
Sometimes
that's
you
true.
do.
Because everyone tries to shoot them down, but sadness is a part of life.
Absolutely.
It's actually a very common emotion. You get sad a lot when something doesn't go right.
And what do? I just go write stupid songs.
Dude. I get sad, write music, turns into a hit.
Right.
Stupid. Makes other people feel good.
Right. Everyone's like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Meanwhile, while they think you're wasting your time, you're doing what you love while
it's
they're...
art, man.
I have fans now.
That's the thing, though. I'll write songs, and then I'll just get sick of them, and I'll be like, oh, this sucks. And then I just won't play it for a year or two. And then all of a sudden, I have a reason to play it again, or it catches somebody's ear, or something like that. And then they're requesting it at shows, and
yeah,
it's cool to watch it actually take form and start doing what it's supposed to be doing.
That's really cool. We've had a lot of bands and artists come in here, and I don't think I've ever heard any one of them admit to being bored of some of their songs.
Oh, I'll be the first one to admit it. Like, there's some stuff of mine that I absolutely hate to play. I really do, but I still do it anyway because other people love to hear it, and it means something for them separately than what it might mean to me.
Right.
So I'm not going to hold that art back from what they want just because I, have a different feeling about it than I used to.
That's
Makes you wonder
That's
if there's
good.
any other artists out there that would admit to that.
I think that Eminem has. Like, I'll just, like, out of people that I know, like, I know Eminem has. He's even, like, because I listened to it in a song, he was trying to take back words from, LPs that he released. He was like, I don't agree with that anymore.
Right, and you're a
But
different person, and you just mature past that phase in your
Right.
life.
And I think that's what music helps people do, is mature in, like, a different way. Because when you listen to a song, the first time you listen to it, you probably just hear, like, you hear the beat and a voice that sounds good on it. And then after that, then you start to hear the lyrics after you've, like, memorized the beat. And then you try to memorize the lyrics, and then you'll start picking up things in the lyrics that you didn't even realize were being said. And then you're like...
And then you start reading between the lines.
Yeah.
And you're like, this fits exactly to this situation.
Right.
It
It's like
works
fortune
nicely.
cookies. They're so general, you can apply them to any part of your
Yeah.
life. But I honestly, I think that music is more of like an audio compilation of somebody's life. You can see the progress over
Right.
it. Like Thrice, for example, is a great band. Everything that they released from the time they were in high school to the time where they disbanded was amazing. They went from punk to like alt rock to really heavy rock to metal stuff to like they did this whole concept album in 4 pieces and like I don't know, it was
So
just
would you say they're one of your favorite bands? Like, they definitely,
absolutely.
like, inspire your music?
Absolutely. It's just they have such a broad range of genres that they can attract so many different demographics.
Which is good. 'Cause,
I actually don't know what to say to that. I realize, like, it's always weird when we, as the people who do the interviews, are like stumped with what to say, but it's kind of like a normal conversation. You don't always have something to say, but you guys are interesting. Like, it's I try to think and understand, like, what everyone who's ever come in here and has done an interview, I try to see it from your guys' perspective, and you guys have views on things that I don't understand until like 4 months after we've met.
Yeah. Well, I've been on your side too. I used to host my own radio show. It was a metal show, and
Awesome.
a lot of it was done like at concerts and stuff like that. Doing
Nice.
interviews with bands backstage, and it was really cool. But I mean, I sincerely enjoy this side of it a lot more because I could just work on my stuff and not have to worry about everybody else's too.
Yeah.
That can be a burden. So I'm appreciative there are people that can do that.
It is interesting. Like, I always wondered what it would be like to be on the side where, okay, you're going to come in and ask me questions. That's cool. I know the answers because you're asking me stuff. But then, to...
It's
Ask
like
the
when...
question.
And sometimes,
Okay,
though,
well, answer me this right off the top of your head. What's your favorite book?
Harry Potter,
Which one?
the third one.
Okay, well, you are one of very few people I've ever met.
We've had a lot of discussions about this, but
Definitely.
it's just and sometimes though, like being on this side, because you do interview a couple different bands, you feel kind of repetitive. You know what I mean? Because we're always
Yeah.
like, so how long have you been playing music for? And then and you're like,
'Cause,
oh,
like,
this is boring.
I don't wanna
generic.
ask
but
you the same
You have to
questions.
start somewhere,
Right.
And
All right.
So-
Have you ever gone streaking? There's a fun question.
Yes.
See?
I had what do you call those Mexican things that have
Ponchos?
Yeah, well, kind of like the poncho that was like a hemp cloth or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing this sombrero. I'm like 16. I'm wearing this sombrero. I'm wearing this thing. That's all I'm wearing. Running down the street, screaming as loud as I can at 3 a.m, waking everybody in the neighborhood. Oh my god, it was so.
Oh wow, that's great. That's great.
So yes, I have done that.
See, now that we got a fun story out of.
Yes.
I called myself the Mexican tax demon.
Oh.
I'm Mexican tax demon.
That's exactly what I said when I was screaming down the street.
Oh wow, that's funny.
If you're Mexican, then where do you work?
Everywhere and anywhere. between the hours of 10 and 10.
I feel like that's an appropriate answer.
I do too.
I like how Reedie's like,
Stayed in the
just
clear
asleep for
that
part of the conversation, and then you just popped in to ask a random question.
I said it before we even started. Zombie.
Reedie's just zombieing out
Yeah,
today.
Reedie's in zombie mode. So we have a zombie, a musician, and 2 goofballs.
Oh. All right. So I
thought we had
wanna hear
Mexican
some music. Mexican.
I thought you were a Mexican today.
No, he's the Mexican tax demon.
I am.
I am the Mexican
She
tax
only
demon.
heard.
Wow, I thought
She was part of the
Devontae was it.
conversation.
I was just in there for a second. I thought about it. I wish I had yelled that when I did that. That would have been great.
What did you yell when you did it?
Oh, I didn't yell anything. I ran through people's backyards while they were having house parties with their pools.
Nice.
Well,
Right.
at least you didn't get in any pools.
No, but the cops did eventually get called because the people who were my ride and had my clothes, they decided, instead of finding DeMonte, let's just smash some mailboxes. So,
Nice.
I had to, like, avoid police traffic in stark nudity. I'm just like, I'm looking for my
Extra
friends.
challenge.
I see they pull up. I'm like, guys. I start running. And of course, there's a girl driving that time. I don't know what I was thinking. I was 18 though when I did it, so it's just like, I could go to jail right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It wasn't
you get put on
until
a little
we
list
ran.
for the rest of your life, and
Yep.
yeah, all bad.
All bad. And then thankfully they had my shorts, so I was like, all right.
All right, cool guys.
As long as you
I'm not
guys.
totally naked now. This is fine.
Right. No one gets to see too much.
Wow. Fun teenage stories here. I was not that reckless as a teenager. I'm still not. I'm too terrified.
Yeah.
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 But I'm glad you guys had fun.
Don't worry, Katie. One day
I'm also glad I wasn't there to see
you'll
that.
make the conscious decision to hang out with me, like outside of school and everything, and then you'll
And you'll
lose
break
all
all
your
the
inhibitions.
rules. We'll break that
Or
bad
just be
girl.
sitting in the corner like,
Good girl. bone.
he's going to get arrested, and I'm going to be there with him, and this is not going to be good.
And then she's gonna get away with it, and she's gonna be like, "Whoa, you know, that wasn't that bad. That was actually kind of fun. That adrenaline rush, like, it really had me going. But then, like, I was cool after that. I was alert. I was ready for anything. You'll love it. You'll love it." We should listen to a song.
We should. Would you like to play a live song first, or do you want to start with one from that you have posted?
Let's do "Finally I See" first. That's the single off the album that I'm releasing New Year's Eve at the Empire in Akron, Ohio.
Finally,
what is your album's name?
It's called the Years Later EP. I recorded 4 of the 5 songs in 2012.
Okay.
And the last song, My Dark Days, I recorded last year. So, I mean, it's just a compilation of songs that I've recorded over the years that I never released. And it's just about time to do it, 3 years later.
All right. You got the cover? Cover all set?
Oh, yeah.
Cover art.
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
got-
cool. The cover
it's
art's pretty cool. I'll pull it up.
printed and, it's ready to go. It's ready for sale. I just, got to get on the road and do my thing.
That's ours.
Yeah.
I will pull up his cover art, but let's
That
start
does look pretty boss.
with this box.
No. Let's do "Finally I See."
Oh, Finally I See.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Here we go.
World, I see my place. It's down so low. I'm trying to
Mike,
remember
please go on.
what it feels like to have the hope. Keep my head high while I scream it at the top of my lungs. I have told this lie so many times. It goes on in time. But I'll wait right here tonight. Avoid another fight. On guard constantly. There's no one to save me this time. No, no, there's no one to save me this time. No, there's no one to save me this time. No, 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 no. But I'll wait right here tonight. Avoid another fight. On guard constantly, thinking that it's me. And finally I say the truth. There's nothing left for me. Finally I see.
Monísimo, amigos. Welcome back to
Hola.
It's Whatever.
That was Finally I See.
Yes.
That was
I
pretty
like
good,
that.
Mike Sandy.
Thank you.
That was chill.
I totally
Took me
get
to
what
a-
you
it
mean
took me
by
to a
the
good
dark.
place.
It's like a darker version of like pop rock.
Yeah,
kind of.
but
Darker version of pop rock.
it still took me to a good place.
There you
Like that's
go.
why I was able to think of that happy stuff. I was like, gee. Like finally I see.
But the stuff I'm writing now is it's matured. Like the songwriting itself has matured, and I don't know. You'll hear
Okay.
in a few minutes once I start playing some newer stuff. But
Yeah.
like I said, this is older stuff that I just never got around to releasing, and it's time to do it now because things are finally starting to get moving, and I have the time to sink into doing this, and it's really hard to do when you have, you know, a 60-hour work week, and then you're trying to play shows and record an album, and
A lot going on.
yeah,
But I don't know how you're still standing.
I question that sometimes myself.
What do you
Sleeps in the
take?
car.
Right? I sleep when I'm driving.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to be able to see the road. You had said earlier that sometimes you get bored of some of the older the songs that you've played again and again.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite now, or is there one or two songs that you don't think you'll ever get bored of? Or?
Well, this box, when I originally wrote this box, and that's one of the ones I'll play today, it just sounded like garbage. At least I think so when I first played it. You know, I wrote it like 3 years ago, and I had a bunch of people like come in and play different instruments on it, and a couple of them stuck around because they really liked the song. I just didn't like the lyrics. I didn't like the progression of how the song went. So I basically scrapped the entire thing, kept the same chord progressions, and rewrote the lyrics. So it feels like more of, I hate to say it like this, but a radio-friendly type song. Because that's not what I cater my music to. I cater my music to how I feel about certain situations, and a lot of times it just comes out that way.
There's nothing wrong with having that though, because that's where a lot of the extra publicity comes from.
Right.
Like, 'cause once you get your stuff on the radio, everybody's like, "Oh, I can hear it all the time now," and you know they're gonna play it all the time.
Oh yeah.
They have a set list.
And I think that's one of the things too that a lot of people hear, like the more radio friendly version first, and then they go and look into an artist
Turn off Google.
more. That's just
No. Oh, what?
It's all.
It's just echoey.
Oh,
I don't know
Well.
if it's me.
Might be you.
might be you.
Probably is. It's these headphones.
Probably.
So, but
Wow.
you know, they hear the radio friendly version first. They look more into an artist or a band, and then they find some of the ones that
Aren't
maybe
radio friendly.
that aren't as radio friendly.
Right.
But they're
And
the
I've played
ones
with some
that-
bands lately that they're great bands. You would never hear them on the radio, ever. But it's something that it's great to go out and see something like that because it's more of a show.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they're trying to put on. They're trying to put on the show. They're trying to give you an experience when you're there. When I play a show, I'm going to play my songs basically exactly the same every single time, but it's going to feel different. I don't know, just because the way I arrange my sets and it tells a different story every single time. And
All right.
you know, when somebody comes to a Mike Sandy show, they know what to expect from me. And then when somebody comes to like a show with this progressive band that I've been playing out with lately, they're going to get a different show every single time.
Okay.
So it's kind of like opposite sides of the spectrum, both serving their purpose, but one being more mainstream friendly than the other.
That makes sense. Do you feel more like, do you get more excited to do the songs that aren't as radio friendly then? Like, do they mean more to you? Or is it just they're all the same and one happens to be more
Sometimes, I mean, like a lot of the ones that I feel aren't radio friendly, I call my art, and I usually just try and slip them in to my sets as I go along. Because I mean, I have this one song called Alice, and it's about a really bad experience in my life, but it's like 7.5 minutes long, and it's really hard to sit through. So if I'm going to play a bunch of songs leading up to it, and then I'm going to get, you know, I've had my family out of shows, and they're like, who is this Alice woman that hurt you so bad? And they're like crying in the audience. I'm like, it was drugs. So like they're getting one thing and I'm telling them another. But it's all about what the songs mean to you. If somebody wants to hear that 7.5 minute epic song, I'm gonna play it for them at the show.
I think you should do that. If it's that heart moving that you had your parents sitting there like, oh my god,
right?
Like, play that, because I would love it if I had a song like that where I could just be like, okay, I'm gonna do like these 3 songs beforehand, and then I'll like slow things down, play that super song, and then I'll
Make
do
my
like
family
everything
cry.
else. Right, make people cry, and then turn them back up again, like with the other like 3-4 songs that I got.
just emotional roller coaster here.
Yes, yes, give them that.
Right.
Give it to them. I want to see that. I want to be at that show that makes me go like, yeah, to like, God, why? And then back to like, yeah, this is the greatest day of my life.
See,
Like,
and that's kind of how I build my sets.
Which is good.
You know, it has a dynamic to it that it's different than just like playing softer and getting louder and playing softer and getting louder. It's like from song to song, it feels different throughout the entire set. So it's not like I'm playing the same song over and over and over through the whole set.
That's
Giving
good,
people
so
the
you keep, like, you're
feels.
paying attention and
Right.
staying on top of things.
He's on his Lil Wayne stuff. He's the Lil Wayne rock version. Like,
I was actually just telling my fiance on the way over here. I'm like the Snoop Dogg of acoustic music. She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I smoke a lot."
No, I'd say Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne, if you listen to his music, you can actually put him on a playlist and you won't hear the exact same thing like all the time. You know, like, yeah, he does have the like, you know, like some of his songs will sound similar, but like for the most part, I've actually like put him on and I've almost forgot I was listening to Lil Wayne's radio station. I'm like, it's Wayne, but he's like, it takes
Sounds
you places,
different right now.
right? He doesn't always sound the same, and I like that, dude. Those are the great artists. Those are the guys.
Is that a way of like so you don't get as bored as quickly?
That's
if you mix
definitely
it up?
part of it. Definitely
Or
part
do
of
you
it.
just feel different when you write those kind of songs then, or
It takes a lot longer to write those songs. Like the songs that are definitely radio friendly, I can just bust out like that. Like a whole set of lyrics in 20 minutes for a song that I'm going to play for the next 10 years. But like the 7.5 minute one, it took like 3 or 4 years to finish. You know, because I kept going back and changing things, and like I dropped the tuning in my guitar, so I had to sing it differently, and you know, there's just a lot of different aspects go into.
Yeah, it does.
Really just changing the feel of the music, so I am more comfortable playing it for the people that actually want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
Is there that? So what do you want to do, a live song now?
Yeah,
or?
I'll play this box. This is the one that I just finished up probably about 3 weeks ago. This is the one that I didn't like before that I changed basically the entire thing. All right.
There we go.
In this box I've trapped myself 6 feet underground. All this time I've wasted wondering if I'll make it safe and sound. I've buried things deep in this house, the concrete suffering, destroying foundations of my life, but I'll never come back again. These fables in my head, it's so hard to convert. I listen to the world's endless lies, it's hard to put to words. My closet's full of skeletons, they haunt me through the nights, chasing me through all these wicked dreams. They corner me, I'm dead to rights. Will I finally see my happiness? Will I finally break free? This box has kept me in the dark. It means everything to me. My pen flows freely as I think of all the words to write. My intellect has been so blind, it keeps me up night after night. I think about all the times we thought all we had to do was write and send, but reality is never fair. This page is always at the end. Will I finally see my happiness? Will I finally break free? This box has kept me in the dark. It means everything to me. Will I fade away? Will you keep me in your memory? Will I fade away? Will these pages be the last of me? Will I finally see my happiness? Will I finally break free? This box has kept me in the dark. It means everything to me. Will I finally see my happiness? Will I finally break free? This box has kept me in the dark. It means everything, it means everything to me.
Very nice. I like that one.
Thank you.
So did Did you find it?
Yes.
I felt like that had to be asked after that. That was good.
That sounded amazing.
Thank you.
So, do you usually write songs yourself, or do you collaborate with other people, or?
It's usually all me. Even the band that I was working on putting together, I made a deal with all the other members, like, we're going to be called Mike Sandy until everybody starts contributing. Nobody contributed, so I ended up just going out on my own, which works out a lot better. I get paid more that way.
True, no divvying up.
Right.
Totally. 7-10 split.
So I can play some more if you guys want.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Absolutely.
Do you want to do another one live, or do you want to do one of the ones off here?
I can do another one live real quick.
Sure.
All right, sticking with the, we were talking about some nerdy stuff earlier, like anime. We're going to stick with some nerdy stuff and do some Doctor Who stuff.
You should tell them what watch you're wearing right there for those.
I'm wearing an Attack on Titan bracelet because it's awesome. That's why.
I've watched 5 episodes of that show.
How did you stop at 5? Because when I put the disc in, I just let it run until there was no more. I just couldn't take my eyes away from it.
I think after I had witnessed them grow up after their trauma,
yeah,
I somehow stopped caring. Almost immediately. I like his sister. His sister's a boss, but I don't like him. I don't like the main character. I don't like him at all.
I'm hoping that they start branching off into other storylines in the second season.
I feel like he's the one. I feel like his story is just it's not fair.
It's very narrow.
I feel like he got things he didn't deserve because he's the main character.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I think Armand, the smart one, he should have gotten a lot of that instead of the I'm gonna cry over everything.
Right, and then work to be strong after I've cried.
Right.
I've seen one episode. I have a couple friends that are really into it, and I went over and they were in the middle of watching an episode, they're in the middle of the episode, in the middle of the season, and they're like, okay, it's almost over, we just have to finish watching. And I'm like, what is this? I have no context for what's going on. So
it's giant baby people that are eating people.
Right.
Yeah, quick
rerun
down.
I was just she's like, no, if you watch the storyline, the characters, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's basically Jack and the Beanstalk if Jack failed to cut down the beanstalk.
It's like a one and done series though. You can't rewatch it. It's like Death Note. Death Note is a one and done thing.
Yeah, I agree. I've tried watching Death Note again so many times.
It's just the suspense is gone.
Yeah, I have to find random episodes to watch.
That's what I do with Inuyasha because I watched the hell out of that, and then I have to go through and I have the whole DVD set, so I'll go through and I'll just pick a random box and I'll put a random disc in and pick a random episode and I'll fall asleep.
I had to watch Dragon Ball. That was the last or Yu Yu Hakusho. I can't watch Yu Yu Hakusho all the way anymore. I just have to find episodes. I like the Sakura fight. It's the best one. Fights this dude. It's weird. This guy is 6'6", but as skinny as you. And then in the after one point of the fight, once the fight starts, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna crank this up to about 30%, and just becomes a freaking giant. Muscles start rippling from this guy, and then they're like, what? This is 30%? Bro, you look like you ate the Hulk. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go 70. And then he becomes the Hulk ate Superman and Wolverine. And then he eats Abomination. And then he goes to 100%. And you're looking at this thing. It's not even human anymore. It's bro.
Calm down.
Meanwhile, he's fighting this kid. This 17, 18-year-old kid who just happens to have the meanest teacher to ever live. So he's pretty tough. Tough enough to beat this guy.
Just because he has the meanest teacher ever.
Meanest teacher ever.
Motivation
Meanest teacher ever.
to fight the giant.
Well, the giant killed his teacher too.
Oh.
So that was also motivation. And then his teacher came back to life and talked shit on him. Yeah.
This kid can't win.
Yeah, kid couldn't win. She's like, I can't even get peace while I'm dead. Look, if you want to make him fight for real, just kill one of his friends. Like,
no.
Yeah, his teacher told that.
Not nice.
That was
like the best way to get anyone in to fight.
Oh yeah, without holding back anything, because like I think when people like when it comes to like violence, people don't mind being violent, but they don't like the actual idea of I could kill you. Like,
right.
People rather
violence
just,
is
like,
great until everyone dies.
Yeah, it's like I just want to knock you out. Like, can you just be knocked out, please? I'm trying to hit you hard enough to knock you out, and then it's like, all right. Forget it. You killed my friend. I should have just killed you anyway.
This conversation is taking a turn.
No.
All right, I'm going to play some music.
All right,
Please
sounds
play.
good.
The song's called The Companion. It's about Doctor Who.
I was so blind. Now I can see the whole of time. We're not alone on this marvel. We're just overgrown. Take me away. Show me all of time and space. I will believe most of the things you say to me. So here I am, lost and confused. I try not to be someone to be used. Caught in this web, no message left to send. I'll fight my way alone to the end. These things that I see are nothing like the things we'll meet. There are no goodbyes. No one sees the old man cry. We'll never go home. We'll travel through these stars alone. Don't leave me behind when you go. You're always on my mind. So here I am, lost and confused. I try not to be someone to be used. I'm caught in this web, no message left to send. I'll fight my way alone to the end. You leave me so far away, so you don't have to think of me. Lately I've begun to find that this silence clouds my mind. All I want for you to see is that I want you here with me. I'm so tired of this place. Take me back to outer space. So here I am. lost and confused. I try not to be someone to be used. I'm caught in this web, no message left to send. I'll fight my way alone to the end. So here I am, lost and confused. I try not to be someone to be used. I'm caught in this web, no message left to send. I'll fight my way alone to the end.
Yay! I like that one a lot.
I like that one a lot too. That one was really powerful.
Thank you.
So you wrote that one based on Doctor Who?
Yes, because I had a night where I was like, well, what if I was a companion? And I'd be like, the luckiest dude alive.
Right.
Like I could just like travel through space and time and just not have to worry about anything.
Right. You become a paradox.
Doctor Who's companions go through a lot.
Yes.
I know. And
like
you know what?
Rose? What?
They're the ones that have to do all the work.
Well, yeah, in a way.
I
They're
mean-
the ones that have to deal with all the aftermath of all the crap that goes on.
Yeah.
He's at a loss.
I am. I only watched one season of Doctor Who, and that was when he grabbed that one girl and took her like up to that space colony meeting, and they watched the Earth.
Yes, that's like
exploded.
That's the 9th Doctor. It's like the first series of the new Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Get past that. And once you're into like the David Tennant episodes and stuff like that, like the
gets good.
story just explodes with awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, see that.
It
And
took me a while.
I do
I had to
like
watch
it.
the first one with the 9th the first one with Eccleston a
Yeah.
couple times to
Nice.
get into it. And then
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay, so I'm not alone. I like it. I like the idea of Doctor Who because it's a story about a paradox.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever get to hear the Time Lord story. He's the Time Lord. You're finally getting to find out who he is, like, and what he does and all the crap he goes through.
50 years after they start all of it.
Right.
You know, that's the cool thing. That's why I enjoy it so much, is because it just keeps going and going and going. And it's just constantly changing. Like, if you watch the Matt Smith episodes, it's totally different from the Chris Eccleston ones.
Yeah.
And I
Even
don't
though
know.
it's the same writers, because some of the same writers.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Like, Russell Davies was in, like, he wrote for like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and then Stephen Moffat took over and just like pulled on everyone's heartstrings.
I like
Wow.
there was a post that I saw somewhere, and just like Facebook or Tumblr or Twitter, something like that. But they said, "Welcome to British television. We have 12 actors, 3 sets, and 2 writers," or
It's
something
so
like that. 'Cause it's just,
And if you don't like somebody and you don't want them in your life anymore, just have Stephen Moffat write them out,
Yeah.
because he will kill them in the most brutal and heartwarming way at the same time as he possibly can.
it's like
yeah.
He'll be
J.K. Rowling.
entertaining it.
What are
You'll
you
be
doing?
crying.
British TV, they put it all in like the first 2 seasons, and then they let everything else go.
But the thing I like about Doctor Who
American
is
TV,
that-
we give you nothing all seasons, but we give you everything in the last one,
Right.
except
Yeah.
Lost.
Oh yeah, Lost.
It was the only exception. Promise. I want to see that now. Now I want to watch Doctor Who because I feel so left out, dude.
You
I
Does
like
he
it.
run into other like Time Lords through like the series?
Occasionally, yes.
Okay, so he's not the only one.
There's the paradox within.
Yeah.
Ah,
You see, you have to.
I got it.
Spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Paradox.
The Paradise Within. Dang, man.
The thing that I like about it though is that in England it's a children's show, and like
Yeah, and then Torchwood is the adult
is
version
the
of
adult
it.
version. But like families will sit down and they'll watch
Torchwood?
Doctor Who together.
Yeah.
It's a spin-off. Of
It's a
Doctor
spin-off, and it's like lots of like gay stuff and sex. Like lots of it, because they were like, oh, well, we're going to make this as racy as possible, so we're going to throw all these taboo things together in this one show. And then, like, they did that for one whole season, and then they completely changed it because their ratings just blew up. Like, they couldn't do it. Like, they couldn't keep going on with, like, all the sex that was going on in it.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot of debauchery right there.
Yeah.
That's like 12 episodes. 45 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
What is going on?
I haven't even watched this. I can just, like... It's like...
I already know!
British TV. How are we going to make the most
Because they don't have the same
show?
censorship laws over there that we do
Right.
here, they can just go...
After a
at
9,
it.
I think they can do whatever they want.
I think so.
Like, it's something
Pretty
like
much.
that.
Because if you watch some, like on YouTube, they have some of the, like, British talk shows and stuff, and they get pretty ridiculous. There's
The
drinking,
weather
swearing,
woman
it's
loses
great.
her shirt.
Yeah.
Need I say any more?
Stuff happens over there. It's crazy. It's really windy over there.
Weather women.
Right.
We need weather women. I don't want a weatherman. Like, I think, and this is like the most dumbest idea I've ever had, but it will make people happier. From now on, if you want to be a weather person, you have to be in shape and just flat out hot. Just be hot.
Are you talking
Guy or
about
girl?
that one Mexican chick?
Which, oh, dude, yeah, she's banging. She's got it going on.
Like,
but
she's like, oh
Right.
yeah, here's weather, and then you turn and all you see is just ass.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, I like the weather now.
So,
like,
so what's
I'm gonna watch
the
the
weather
Weather
gonna be like
Channel.
today? I don't know.
I don't remember.
You've been watching the Weather Channel.
See,
I've been watching this for like 2 weeks. I have no idea what the
what's going
temperature
on.
is outside.
I'm not going outside though, so it doesn't
Now, see,
matter.
and then for the
Just go
women,
watch her.
you guys would get like, you know, like the hunk dude, the guy who like definitely played sports.
It's like the opposite
You know?
of Hooters. Like down in Dallas, they have tallywhackers now.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the girl version of Hooters. Like you guys can just go there and hang out with naked
Yeah,
dudes.
have naked
Sounds
dudes.
disturbing though.
If
Do you
a-
want to
It's
do
called
that while you're eating?
tallywackers.
If a man in a
No.
tank, hold on.
Do you
if-
want to go while you're? Then do that while you're eating.
Rip-
Hooters is
hold on.
one thing.
Hold on,
Men
let's
is completely different.
I
let's
just
say
wanna
what it
eat.
is. Let's say what it would probably be. Let's say what it probably is. It's probably the guys who look like they could have been the fireman. Like, it's the guy who looks like he was Rambo.
And
you know,
everybody
like
that walked
the
off the
rejects
Magic
from
Mike
Magic Mike.
stage.
right. Like it was the Magic Mike guys, like all of them. This is who's at Tallywhackers, and they're all wearing like normal tank tops. Like they got like some shorts on. Nobody has
No,
the booty
they're wearing
shorts.
exactly the same thing as they do at Hooters.
Oh God, yeah.
With the Daisy
shorts,
Dukes and-
with the shorts. You get the shorts
See
involved.
that? I'm trying to eat. No.
He's got some thighs on him. like we can. You can. How is it? But how is it? You can't eat if it's like if
It's
it's
just-
Hooters. How is it you're able to eat if it's Hooters, but you can't eat if it's Tallywhackers?
Because
We're used to-
they
I don't know.
might serve hot dogs there.
Need a little beef in your life, ladies?
Ooh.
No, it's just easier to look at boobs than it is to look at a man when you're eating.
I mean, I
don't know
take
if that's
that.
insulting or not.
I can kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm a guy, so definitely.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather look at a chick than a dude, but. I mean,
It's
you're not, so it's like, but you're bisexual, so that's a different like viewpoint as well. You're basically telling us a guy's viewpoint. All
Yeah,
respect.
but still, I don't think. I mean, I don't know.
You never
I
eat
don't-
a
and-
hot
and
dog
then Katie's
from
and then Katie's the
Tallywhackers.
timid one, so it's like
It's like,
these opinions are
guys,
so different.
They're not gonna.
They don't fit the general population.
I think I'd feel less uncomfortable.
The
at a
general
Hooters eating
population.
than.
Well, as a male, I'll feel less uncomfortable eating at Hooters, but if I think if I were a chick, I'd rather stare at a hot dude who's like sweaty and half naked while I'm trying to eat my sausage on purpose. And I'll do it because then now you
doing
have
it
a
on
reason to do
purpose.
this on purpose. You can teach.
You're like, I'm trying to make this as awkward as possible.
Exactly.
No.
Make it as awkward as possible. Because even though it's guys, you're still women. You still have all the power over men, no matter what. If a chick is eating a hot dog at that shop, that whatever guy is looking at her at that point in time
And
is
she's just,
losing
like,
his mind.
Taking bites and just staring at
Right,
him.
and she's holding it. She has to hold it like this. She's just. I don't know how I want my mouth around it. Like, That's if a chick does this with a hot dog, a guy is going crazy. We're like, oh my god, just put it in your mouth already, please, please, eat it, swallow, don't choke. No, wait. That is what. That's what. How could you not enjoy that just as much as Hooters?
That sounds terrible.
As girls. Just as
Not
girls.
sound fun.
Just as girls?
Yeah, because guys, we can't go to Hooters and be sexy while we eat. It's impossible. Have you ever seen a man be sexy while he ate, aside from with the shirt off?
I mean,
and grapes being involved? Or
what's
some
going
form of
on?
fruit?
What's not sexy about me taking an entire sandwich and smashing it in my whole face hole?
Inhale? Did you
Right.
inhale?
Like that's
like a
pretty-
vacuum cleaner.
The sandwich is sexy.
Oh god.
I mean, I haven't eaten today. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Like,
dude, you have me
there's some
both.
sexy food gonna happen like soon.
I want a nice like triple stack sandwich. We go to like
Triple stacked.
hit 5 guys up.
All those fries, peanuts while you eat.
Oh man, so delicious.
So let's go. Let's get show. We're gonna go eat now.
Oh yes, let us gorge and indulge.
Well, my next shows are coming up. I have a show on October 23rd at Annabelle's in Akron.
Okay.
I have a show November 11th at Karma Cafe in Akron. It's a hookah bar.
Ding. I won't be able to make the
Hookah
23rd.
bar.
Like this month, the 23rd of this month, I won't be able to make that one, sadly.
Come out to, if you can get down to Akron,
I'll be in Lakewood.
I have a show in Lakewood November 21st at the Symposium.
Ooh.
And it's only like $7 to get into. And I'm bringing up a band from Cincinnati called Super Divorce. They're awesome. I'm playing-
Super divorced. They all divorced?
No, but I think there's something behind it. And then Michael McFarland is going to be playing there with us too.
You get a McFarland.
Everybody needs a McFarland.
Even if it's not Seth.
Right. It's funny because the last time we played the Symposium together, the bartender was like, "Are you Seth?" And he's like, "I think you're looking for me. My last name's McFarland, but I'm not Seth." Does that happen a lot? Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah, at least you're popular, dude.
Yeah.
You got a popular name. Somebody with your name is popular. I just need a Rogers to make it, or a Kane. Oh wait, that's me.
I mean, that would be trying to get something to make, right?
That's my job.
But the album, years later, it drops New Year's Eve at the Empire Concert Club in Akron. I'll be co-headlining with Takeoff Charlie.
Can you mail me a copy if I pay you ahead of time? That will arrive at my house on New Year's Eve? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I
What
wanna
I'm going to
play
do is I'm going to, if you go on my Reverb Nation, it's reverbnation.com/Mike Sandy, or you can go on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Mike Sandy Official.
We've shared the links on our page if you
thank
guys want to
you.
go see them.
Sandy is Sandy.
If you...
not an I.
Correct. If you go to my Reverb, you can sign up for my mailing list, and I will basically just send out a time frame of when I'm going to be taking orders and an email to send your order to.
Yeah.
So then that way I'll be able to send them all out.
All right. Reverb.com. Got it. Mike Sandy.
Cool.
Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
for coming,
being here
Dan.
today.
It was great.
I think I'm
sound.
back here like next month sometime. So
Really?
Next month is Band Week.
Yeah,
so
look up.
You'll probably be
shit.
here. And
Oh, dude, you got
in and
Band
out
Week.
for.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be
Get to
fun.
meet all
Band
the
Week is
other
pretty
people.
boss.
Yeah, it gets a little intense around here, but it's lots of fun. So
Cool.
we'll be back.
There was
I
almost
will
a fire
not be
on
in
stage.
zombie mode that week.
That was the.
Oh, do you guys
concert.
have a stage and stuff set up?
Yeah.
for
Well,
that?
last year, no, not for Band Week. For Band Week, we just have for everyone who's here. Last year wasn't
Band
no.
Week, we had a stage.
No, we didn't. That was the concert at the end of Band Week. Last year we did Band
Oh.
Week, and we had 35 bands and artists come in 1 week. And last year, for the first time, we had a concert
Yeah,
with
that's right.
I think like 10 or so different bands and artists from Band
like
Week
12.
came. Was it 12?
Yeah, it was like 12.
Okay, so it was 12 different bands and artists came in, and we had them
All
down on the
local.
stage in the gym. They were all local. They came in and played, and we almost had a fire on stage.
Because of who was it now? They like to break their guitar.
No, the Basics broke
The Basics.
their guitar, and then Shadow Row came in with a smoke machine, which we did
Yeah.
not know about, and he's like, there's like all this smoke billowing, and they came in and they're like, what do you do? The athletic director's like freaking out. Like, what are you doing to my gym? Sorry.
Right,
like,
it's just steam.
So, Band Week's a good time.
Band Week is a good time. You'll
glad you're coming back for that. That'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, the Basics broke their guitar.
They smashed it.
They'll
beyond.
The ritual is to smash it and then set it on fire and then throw the burned pieces to people.
And we told them before they started, like, hey, you guys can't break stuff or set anything on fire.
We told them they could break it. They can't set it on fire, though.
No, because we weren't even supposed to break it. But they smashed it anyway, and then they're, like, about to set it on fire. We're like, okay, stop. You can't. Like, no fires in the gym, so.
They weren't allowed to break it?
It's like beating your wife. You just shouldn't do it.
That is. There's like abuse to the instrument.
It is.
I told them they could break it.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to.
I'm sorry.
I did tell them no fire, though. I was like, yeah, you guys can break the guitar. I mean, it's your guitar. Who is there to really stop you? But you can't do the fire because that's a hazard to the school. He was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, so he broke that's why I got a piece of the guitar. I got that bad boy signed. It's sitting in my attic right now. Like, I'm deciding whether or not I want to frame it or sell it. $50, people.
Frame it now and then keep it for a while. And
yeah, keep it for like the next 50 years, and then if
the Basics make it past being basic,
right?
All right, which is actually probably gonna happen, I think, for them.
They'll get out of Starbucks one of these days.
Yeah. With their
They'll
gelatos.
put the pumpkin spice down.
They'll put the pumpkin spice down.
Basics.
Take the Uggs off. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later.
Peace.
It's a local music spotlight on Lake Effect Radio. Shadow Row, To My Sorrow.